On the broadcast tonight for episode 19 of season 3 for NBC Nightly News, the death toll rises in a chemical disaster. We're told that 9 people are still missing, but 2 people were confirmed to be dead. We'll also have the rest of the top stories. NBC Nightly News on a Thursday night begins now. This is a special edition of NBC Nightly News with William Perry White Jr. It's presented in part by Ringside Collectibles. And good evening to all of my viewers watching me on the East Coast, as well as the Midwest Coast, and even the West Coast, and many others. It is Thursday, May 28th. The devastating toll from that chemical tank implosion in Washington State now continues. We're told that officials told NBC News that it's quite catastrophic when you put it that way. Morgan Chesky and his team is kicking off our broadcast and joins us live from the scene of the crime. Good evening, Morgan. Take it away. Thanks so much, Morgan and your team. Please be safe, blessed, and careful. Do what you gotta do. As of yesterday, there are new dramatic measures to keep Ebola out of the country, like increased screening at multiple airports. I report tonight from the one and only Stephanie Gosk. That's my aunt. And that was my aunt, Stephanie Gosk, with the story for us tonight. Thank you, Aunt Stephanie. When we come back on a Thursday night for NBC Nightly News, we'll have a couple of in-depth stories, only from NBC 10 Philadelphia. It's all coming up next, so stay with us. And welcome back on a Thursday night to NBC Nightly News. And as promised, here are 2 in-depth stories from NBC 10. First off, a home from Olney catches on fire. The cause of it still remains under investigation without anybody being hurt. Elsewhere in Fairmount Park, a man and a woman were both being shot at. They had to be treated to a nearby medical center. That shooting still remains under investigation as well. An incredible moment caught on camera as 5 men were being stuck in a flooded cave for more than a week ago. They were found alive, but however, 2 more are still missing. Here's Janice Freyer, my aunt, over at NBC News. Take it away, Aunt Janice. Good evening to you. Thanks as always for your report, Aunt Janice. President Trump, that crazy president, explains to NBC News that he's not thinking about politics or even the midterms as he's trying to wrangle a deal to keep Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon. All as former First Lady, who's my aunt, Jill Biden, is making a big headline with new comments on her husband's disastrous debate performance. The name of my Aunt Jill's husband is my uncle, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. With more on those stories, here's my good friend over at NBC News, Gabe Gutierrez, who I follow on social media. Good evening, Gabe. Take it away. Thanks so much, Gabe. And that was NBC's Gabe Gutierrez with the story. We're back in just 60 seconds or less when NBC Nightly News resumes right after this. And we are back on NBC Nightly News. A little girl is battling with seizures daily. With that said, her doctors recommended a procedure. However, her insurance, which was paid by her family, refused to pay before it. I report tonight from NBC News correspondent Maggie Vespa. Good evening, Maggie. Take it away. Thanks so much, Maggie. Matthew Perry's stepfather, who is a member of Dateline NBC's Keith Morrison, speaks out to NBC News. We're told that he had major developments in the death of Friends star Matthew Perry. The personal assistant got himself sentenced to nearly 3 years in prison and 5 years for doing something else. You can get the full understanding of the story when you download the NBC News app or anything else that comes to mind. When we come back, right here on a Thursday night, it's all about the power of showing up on how a community came together to honor a veteran from World War II. That's all coming up next. And finally, tonight, a World War II veteran recently passed away in so many years, leaving behind no family to take care of or anything else like this. When hundreds of strangers in his small town of Massachusetts found out, they did something that you're about to see that defines the word, which is the word I use all the time: community. The name of the dude is being identified as Mr. John Bernard Arnold. Here's a live report about Mr. John from my uncle, Tom Lamas. Good evening, Uncle Thomas. Do what you gotta do and take it away. An awesome news story. That's very, very cool. Thank you as always, Uncle Thomas. And that's nightly news for this Thursday, May 28th, 2026. We thank you, as always, so much for watching. I'm Mr. William, reporting tonight from Studio 13 of Angora Terrace. We'll see you back here really, really soon for the next available episode of NBC Nightly News, as it will be episode number 20 of the third season. See you.
Nightly News is a presentation of NBC News. More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.